Okay, so we started out with this budget right here, right? This is what it looks like. And then I also recently just put up this budget. Okay, it's a different in style because I noticed some students accidentally writing in some of these numbers, and you're not supposed to write in those numbers. And so all the numbers that are in black cells, you're not supposed to overwrite. Okay, you're supposed to leave those there. And but anyways, we started with this one, and what we did here is we filled in the salary for Marcus, and then we did the same thing for Jenna, and then and now today we're going to work on your budget. Okay, when we did Marcus, what we did is we put in $1,050 right here, and we press enter, and then these numbers automatically populate. And the way we found that number was by looking at the description. So here, let's pull up the description really fast so you guys can see it. Here in the description, it tells you about Marcus and tells you how many hours of work he does a month, and it tells you how much he makes. Okay, so let me make this big here and do a cool little side-by-side. All right, so going back to this budget. So we put in the $1,050, and so we have $840 that we have to organize here. And after that, what we did is we looked at, let's see, what was the next part? It says he can pick up extra hours, but not necessarily. Marcus lives at home. He has a few bills. Okay, so he is responsible for his cell phone bill, which is $65 a month. So this is something we had to put into his stuff. So let's see, I think we put cell phone under personal, right? Let's go cell phone, and then 65. And so once we put that in there, you'll notice that if we go back over here to the total expenses, that we have negative 65, and it no longer says $840 there for extra. It takes away the $65, which is cool because by the time you're done with your zero-based budget, this should be at zero if you do it right. Okay, next. It says he pays for his auto insurance. Oops, I messed up that thing there. He pays for his auto insurance, which is $1,200 a year. And so that's a year, and this is a monthly budget. So what we did next is we put car insurance right here, and then I took $1,200 and I divided that by 12. And when you divide that by 12, you get 100. So he needs to put $100 a month into his car insurance. And if we look at our total expenses, again, it's gone up. Now we have $675 left. Next, he also pays for gas. Now, this is where things get a little vague because there's not like an exact answer for this. So gas. I don't know what kind of size car Marcus drives. And this is where you guys can choose to be a little more like personal. You can think about, well, this is how much money I would probably be spending on gas. And so I'm just going to put, I don't know, $120 right here. I mean, Marcus does drive a lot. He's driving to school. He's driving to work. So I'm going to guess that that's how much money he needs. I don't know. I'm just making him a number. You guys can have any number there you want. So now he has $555 extra. And then, let's see, he also has maintenance and repairs for his car. Okay, so there's actually a formula for this. I can't remember the formula. It has to do with how many miles you drive a month. And I think it's like 80 cents. So if you drive a nice car, what you do is you look at how many miles you drive and you multiply it by 80 cents, and that's how much money you should save a month. Okay, so if we assume that, let's see, I'll get my calculator here. If we assume that he drives, I don't know, I'm just going to make something up, 500 miles a month. Okay, that means he should be saving, well, that's only $4. That's not enough. Okay, let's think of it like this. An oil change happens every about 5 months. And oil changes actually right now are really expensive. It's about $100 every oil change. And so if I take 100 and divide that by 5 months, that's $20. So I'm going to put oil change right here, and I'm going to put $20. So, I mean, I know the oil change isn't happening every month, but we just leave that money, and it just slowly builds up every month. Lastly, Marcus is responsible for his spending money. Okay, let's talk about spending money for a second. Let's see. Marcus likes fast food. And let's say Marcus wants like $25 a week. So that would mean 25 times 4 is 100. So we're going to go $100 a week for fast food. I'm also going to put, instead of recreation, let's put entertainment right here. That seems to be a word that most people can relate to more than recreation. Let's say movies. Now, if you go to the movies, it's about like, I don't know, you get snacks there and stuff. Maybe it's like $25 every time you go to the movies. Maybe $30. Let's do the higher number. Let's go $30. And let's say Marcus only goes about every other month. And so that means we can save $15. Oops. We can save $15 a month for movies. So that way he always has the opportunity to go to a movie every other month. So that's spending cash. All right. Maybe he likes to, not just fast food. Maybe he likes to go to 7-Eleven too. He likes to get snacks. And so let's put I don't know, $40 a month in there for snacks. All right, cool. That's his spending cash. It also says, okay, he has an emergency fund already filled up. He wants to save additional money for new tires, and so, let's put tires on here. Tires. Now, I'm just going to, like, highball it. I have no idea. Let's say, like, each tire is $100. So that's $400 total. Tires will probably last you, I don't know, let's just estimate 2 years, okay? And so if tires last you 2 years, that's 24 months. So I'm going to take $400 and divide that by 24 months, because that's 2 years, and I got $16.67. So I'm just going to put $17 in there for tires. And hopefully by the time Marcus needs tires, this fund in his budget is up to $400 and he's able to purchase tires. Okay, so that's it. All right. Now you read the rest of his scenario. There's nothing else that he has to worry about. So let's talk about the rest of this budget. Now he has $348 left, and he has to put that money somewhere. So I'm going to say that he wants to save for a new car. So I'm going to put a new car right here, a new car, and for Marcus, I'm going to do $200 a month for a new car. He also wants to start saving some money for college or post-high school education. So I'm going to say post-high school ed. And I'm just going to put the rest of that in here. Let's say 148. Booyah. Okay, so now it says 0. And that's exactly what you want. That's how you guys do a zero-based budget. Okay? So if you guys didn't do that, you guys need to make sure you do that. Yeah, here, hold on a sec. You need to do that for Marcus. Okay? It needs to say 0 right here for extra. And you also have to do it for Jenna. Now, Jenna's the same thing. You got to figure out how many hours total she works in a month, multiply it by how much she makes, and then look at the rest of her expenses and fill it in. And then you have to fill in the rest of it, kind of like what we did with Marcus. I just made up some stuff for him. Okay? So you make up some stuff. You can pretend you're Marcus, pretend you're Jenna. Where would you put the money? Okay? That's how you fill out those ones.